Hello, and welcome to the Valley. Today, I am your host, Janet Michael. I've got a little bit of a different show in store for you today on this day before Christmas Eve. Over the last several months, I've been asking guests a few Christmas-related questions and have compiled them into a conversation for the show today. Before we jump in, though, if you're one of those who are still in shopping mode, I've posted several videos on my personal Facebook page with some great last-minute gifts from businesses on the Old Town Walking Mall. So go check them out. Up first is Krista Shiflett and Celeste Brooks from the Warren Coalition. Have a listen. Krista Shiflett, Executive Director of Warren Coalition. Are you a real Christmas tree kind of person or an artificial Christmas tree kind of person?
I am very much a real Christmas tree kind of person. However, my life at this point in time has put me in a place where I am doing artificial trees. This year is the first time we have ever had an artificial tree in my life, but given my current circumstances, we moved to an artificial tree so our house would not burn down.
That's a very smart idea. Very smart choice. I'm sure our fire marshal, Jerry Madigo, is very excited to hear you say that.
Yes.
Do you have a set day when it goes up, or does it just go up whenever you've gotten all the other things done?
Sometimes it will go up right after Thanksgiving, like after the holiday. It will not go before that. My husband does a huge Christmas display, time to music and the whole thing. That starts before Thanksgiving because it takes weeks to get it up. The tree may or may not accompany that depending on what is going on. We like to have it so people can see it as part of the display for the house, but it's sometimes the afterthought, try and get the rest of the stuff up so we don't freeze to death outside.
Do you have a set day when it comes down? Does it have to come down the day after Christmas? Is it up through January?
Again, my personal life right now sometimes dictates some of that. We left it up because we had an artificial tree this year for quite an extended period of time. But normally on January 1st, it'll come down. Sometimes we'll carry it to the 12th day and we won't take it down until the 12th day.
Last question is, do you open your gifts on Christmas Eve or are you opening your gifts on Christmas Day?
We open our gifts on Christmas Day, but we may open them before that with the children if they're traveling to in-laws or other sorts of things. Not all of them, but if we have gifts for the kids, those will get open when the kids are available.
Celeste Brooks, Community Outreach Coordinator for the Warren Coalition. Are you a real tree or an artificial tree family?
I grew up with real trees and I love real trees, but my son is allergic to them. So we go with the artificial trees.
That would break my heart.
He's very allergic to them.
When do you typically put it up? Is it the day after Thanksgiving? Is it closer to Christmas?
We put our tree up somewhere in the middle whenever we have time on a weekend. It's usually the first weekend after Thanksgiving, and then we will decorate it maybe a week or two later. So we sort of make the decorating a big deal.
And then when do you take it down?
My tree never goes down before January 6th, and it usually stays up until the end of January. When I get tired of looking at it and walking around it to get to things, that's when it goes down.
See, that is a perk to an artificial tree, is that you can leave it up for much longer without having to worry about watering it or, in Krista's case, burning your house down. And then do you guys do your gift opening on Christmas Eve or do you wait till Christmas Day?
We wait to open our gifts until Christmas morning. We usually have a big special brunch and we open our stockings while it's baking in the oven, and then we do our gifts afterwards.
Thank you for answering my questions.
You're welcome.
Krista, thank you for answering my questions.
You're welcome.
Les Sinclair, Communications and PR Manager for Blue Ridge Area Food Bank. Are you a real Christmas tree guy or an artificial Christmas tree guy?
Either, but the artificial one seems to be the easiest way to go these days.
When do you put it up?
Like the day before Christmas. We're late at our house. We work a lot and all the kids are gone. So it's like, well, let's not take up the room.
When do you take it down?
February.
You make up on the back end.
Yeah, the neighbors love us. Yeah.
Are you a shopping for gifts on Christmas Eve kind of guy, or are you one of those people that are done Christmas shopping by June?
Somewhere in the middle. I like planning ahead. I don't like the stress of last minute shopping. That just seems silly to put a person through that.
Do you open gifts on Christmas Eve or do you wait till Christmas Day?
Open gifts on Christmas Eve. Just one.
A lot of people are saying that. A lot of the people that I'm talking to, you're allowed to pick one gift Christmas Eve to open it, and then the rest are on Christmas Day. Thank you for answering my crazy wild questions.
Yeah, I love it.
Robin Miller, Executive Director of Watts, the Winchester Area Temporary Transitional Shelter. I have a few questions for you. Are you a real Christmas tree or artificial Christmas tree person?
We switched to artificial when our children moved out of our house and got houses of their own. They're real tree people now, but as grandparents know, it's an artificial tree that comes out of the basement, already pre-lit.
Are you that we're putting it up on Christmas Eve, we're putting it up on Thanksgiving Day? When do you put your tree up?
We put it up on Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving.
And then how long do you leave it up? When do you take it down?
New Year's Day.
That's pretty traditional. Although I have talked to a few people that put it up the day after Halloween and take it down in February, which I think is a bit of a stretch. Are you a shopper throughout the year for Christmas gifts, or are you that person that's running around on Christmas Eve trying to find all of your holiday gifts?
I usually start about October, and I'm usually done about a week before Christmas, typically. This year it'll be easy because we're going on a trip with everybody, so it'll be a lot easier this year.
Have you traditionally been the family that opens your gifts on Christmas Eve, or do you wait and do it on Christmas Day?
We do it on Christmas morning. My children are married, so they celebrate with their in-laws on Christmas Eve, and we're the Christmas morning, which is what I wanted, is everyone at my house on Christmas morning. So we open on Christmas morning.
Thank you for answering my crazy, whacked out questions. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas.
You too.
Amanda Whitson, the creative chef behind Clem's Kitchen at the Wayside Inn. I have a few holiday questions for you. So my first one is, are you an artificial tree person or a real Christmas tree person?
We are a real tree household.
When do you put it up and when do you take it down?
It depends on how busy we are. We haven't put one up in 3 years, but typically we are right after Thanksgiving.
Now you have the restaurant. Can we expect to see a tree in a dining room at Clem's?
You can probably see a tree in a room at the Wayside Inn, but there will not be one in the dining room at Clem's.
And what kind of a Christmas shopper are you? Are you typically done by October, or are you the person running around at the last minute on Christmas Eve?
Somebody's probably getting a gift from Sheets on Christmas morning.
I love that. That is so
That has
awesome.
really happened.
I think that is fantastic. And do you typically open your gifts on Christmas Eve, or do you wait until Christmas Day?
We do one on Christmas Eve and then the rest on Christmas Day.
That seems to be the standard. Like almost everybody that I've talked to, that's how they do it.
So Bill never did that, and I'm a giant child at Christmas, so I would beg him the night before to get to open one gift, and then it became a tradition.
And are you a wrapper or are you a bagger?
Wrapper.
See, I love that wrapping is making a comeback because I too am a wrapper.
Yeah.
Not sure how I'm going to do it this year since we got rid of the ping pong table. I guess I'm going to have to do it on the floor. Not looking forward to that.
Just call, I'll run across the street and help you get up.
Thank you. Up next, Victoria Armstrong Kidd, owner of the Hideaway Cafe. Let's start with, are you a real tree family or an artificial tree family?
The only place I move away from being Captain Christmas is here because we are an artificial tree family because the dog will eat it otherwise.
Fun fact, when we got the puppies is the only year in my entire history of me that we did not have a tree because we are a real tree family and I was afraid the dogs would pee on it.
Yeah.
What we've learned since then is that the little toddler play area things that you can put together work perfectly around the tree and keep them away from not only the packages, but also the tree trunk itself, which is very helpful.
Clever.
So when do you put it up and when do you take it down?
It's going up today, and I don't take it down until probably middle of February because I'm too lazy to mess with it. But it will eventually come down.
Now, you're not one of those people who are going to change out the decorations to match Valentine's Day, are you?
Absolutely not.
Okay, because I have talked to people that will keep theirs up for months afterwards and it'll be July 4th themed by the time July rolls around. Are you the person who is already done with their Christmas shopping by October, or are you running around trying to fill stockings on Christmas Eve?
I am almost always done by Thanksgiving, almost entirely, unless there happens to be something that I'm getting shipped from somewhere else. It's almost done.
I wish I could say any of these answers so far have surprised me.
And wrapped.
So you're a wrapper, not a bagger.
I am both. It depends. I want a variety under the tree because the aesthetic is just as important as what's in the boxes. So I'm both.
I joked with someone else that I had this conversation with that I am a wrapper, but you also know where you rank if your gift is in a bag. So this Christmas is going to be pretty eye-opening for some of my peoples.
Now, it's beautifully packaged with ribbon and everything is aesthetically pleasing to me to look at between now and Christmas.
And to be clear, when we say now, we are sitting here recording this on November 5th.
Yes.
And it is going up today.
It's going up today.
Wow.
Yeah, I get through Election Day and then I put the tree up. Every single year.
When do you open gifts? Do you do that on Christmas Eve or do you do that on Christmas Day?
We open all of the gifts on Christmas Day except everyone gets a book, a new coffee mug, of course, Hideaway Cafe, and a pair of pajamas on Christmas Eve.
I may have to start that. I saw this really cool thing on social media a couple of years ago that in Switzerland, I think everybody gets a book and then they all sit and they read the book and they drink their hot chocolate or their coffee. I have to add the matching pajamas. I bet we can get those to match for our dogs. Do you have matching dog pajamas?
They don't make pajamas big enough to fit her. She'd have to have people pajamas.
That's true.
She's huge.
Jeremy Sanders, marketing manager for Frederick County Parks and Rec. Are you a real Christmas tree guy or an artificial Christmas tree guy?
Honestly, at my house, I have an artificial, but I do like the real tree as well. So I don't know. I'm probably going to have to fall into the artificial category just for ease of use, but I appreciate the live trees.
When do you put it up and when do you take it down?
I'm going to be busy on Black Friday day after Thanksgiving. So probably that weekend after I get rested up from all those activities.
How long do you keep it up? Do you take it down right after Christmas or do you wait till after the first of the year?
I usually wait a little bit till after, probably in between Christmas and the first of the year, right around then, start cleaning stuff up.
That is one of the benefits to an artificial tree is that you could, in theory, just leave it up till February and it's not going to die.
True. You're either super early or you're super late. So you could just keep it up all year if you really wanted to.
And then when it comes to opening gifts, do you and your family open your gifts on Christmas Eve or do you do it on Christmas Day?
We usually do one present on Christmas Eve, like something special. And then Christmas Day, it's Christmas morning. We're up and ripping them all open.
My last question for you is, are you an early Christmas shopper? Are you done with all your Christmas shopping by June or July? Or are you that guy on Christmas Eve running around trying to find the perfect gift?
I usually do the big stuff first to get that out of the way. And then it's the last minute things are the ones that are trying to find something that has more meaning to it, a more thoughtful gift. Because I'll get the usual type of gifts and things as I see them pop up for sale, or I'll run across them in the store. And then I'm like, these gifts don't have a whole lot of meaning. I need something that has a little bit of thought behind it. And then I take forever to think about it until it's the last minute to grab it.
That's very much what I do. I overthink it till Christmas Eve. And then I'm like, I got to do this now. So it might not be as special as I wanted a month ago, but I got to have something.
Could have probably been all right with what I got before, but it just needs to be something special.
Thank you for sharing your holiday stuff with me. Up next is Gina Hilliard from Luray Page Chamber of Commerce. We recorded this last month before we recorded the show you heard last week, where she announced that she now has 14 trees decorated for the holidays. Have a listen. My first question for you is real tree or artificial tree? And I ask you this given the fact that on a recent show recording, you said something about trees plural. So now I need to know more.
I do the artificial route because of the amount of trees that I put up in my house. So every room in my house gets a tree, if not multiple trees. So each of the bedrooms of the kids get one. So and even my own bedroom has one. So there's 4 already for each of the kids' bedrooms. Then my living room has 3 in it. We have the main one, the big one, that's a 9-footer and that's huge. But then I have 2 others, sometimes another one over by the front door if I can fit it, if I have the time. And then my kitchen gets 2 more. And then my downstairs living room gets 1. So each room is festive and becomes alive. Christmas is one of my favorite ones. And I do go over the top, a little overboard. And I start my decorating on my Thanksgiving break. So Thanksgiving break, I spend decorating my entire house, and that way I get a full month to a month and a half to just enjoy the beautiful lights. It just brings so much joy. With winter coming and the leaves falling, everything gets a little on the dull side. So Christmas time, you get to light it up and share the fun and the different themes of the different trees and just to sit back and enjoy it.
When do you take them all down and how long does that take?
So taking down doesn't take near as long as putting up because I am a perfectionist. So I do let my kids help me, but don't tell them I do go behind and rearrange. So a same ornament isn't clustered together in 5 different spots at the same time. I do come behind them secretly and move them around a little bit. Theirs, I don't. They have at their own. They get to decorate their own. But the ones in my living room that are out for everybody to see, I do go behind a little bit and rearrange. They've gotten better. They've learned my OCD ways. So no, taking down doesn't take near as long. I definitely keep them up through New Year's, but usually I try to have them down by at least January 15th. So about that middle part of January, everything is down and put away for the season.
Well, you got to take a break and just recover from the holidays before you then take on the task of packing everything back up.
Yes. So we do it in strides to where you've got the mess of all the presents and then organizing all of that and cleaning out and cluttering to make room for the new stuff and removing all the things that don't fit or toys that they don't play with anymore. And then enjoy the Christmas lights a little bit more. And then we take them down.
Do you, as a family, open your gifts on Christmas Eve or do you do it on Christmas Day?
My immediate family, as in my kids and my husband, we do it Christmas morning. So we get up super early and open hours first and let them enjoy that. But we have a big family on both sides. And so we're constantly going to dinners and functions and things like that. And so our Christmas festivities start really on Christmas Eve at my parents'. We start there with a big dinner and opening up presents with my brother and nephews and nieces and family. And then the next day is Ricky's extended family on Christmas Eve at his sister's house. And that's where we do a Secret Santa gift. So we do that drawing at Thanksgiving. And then on Christmas Eve, we pass out our gifts to who we had as our Secret Santa. And then Christmas morning, we wake early. And then Ricky's immediate family, his brothers and sisters, come over then for breakfast around 10 o'clock. And then we open up with them on Christmas Day. And then we get to relax a little bit, maybe fit in a nap somewhere in there. And then Christmas night, sometimes we have a dinner to go to that evening. We're usually packing sometimes to go on vacation the next day. We head out of town sometimes. This year we're not, but sometimes we fit in Christmas vacation to Tennessee.
Wow, I'm exhausted just listening to all that. So
well, and now that my kids are older, I have to fit in sports now too. So they're involved in sports and things like that. So between work and all of our festivities that we do and sports, it goes by very quickly. So just to sit back and relax and enjoy the family time and getting together, that's my favorite part.
Are you an early Christmas shopper or are you running around on Christmas Eve trying to knock all the people off your list?
I'm in between. I wouldn't say that I'm an early one because I haven't started yet. Usually decorating for me at Thanksgiving is my kickoff. I'm already getting ideas from the kids of what they want, so I at least have the list created. But I'm also not Christmas Eve shopping either. I'm usually at least wrapped up that weekend before. There might be some stocking stuffers I'll run out and grab, things like that. Now, I am a procrastinator on the wrapping part. I am, unfortunately, the wrapper that is wrapping gifts literally right before we're headed to that destination. So for the kids' gifts, I am coming home from his sister's house, probably wrapping gifts until 2 in the morning, and then have to get up 6 in the morning to start the unwrapping of everything that I just made pretty, and they just get to destroy it all. So in between for shopping, but wrapping, I am a very last minute the night before.
I'm the same way. I've got rolls and rolls of wrapping paper. Sometimes things will go in a gift bag, but usually you'll know how I feel about you if you get a gift that's in a gift bag versus something that's wrapped.
I have all the pretty grip wrapping paper and I'll start off wrapping because usually I'll start around 10 or 11 once I put the kids to bed so they don't know. But yeah, come 1, 2 in the morning, I'm kind of like, all right, I'm over it. Where's the bag? Gonna throw this one in the bag.
Well, I hope you have an outstanding holiday season. Thank you for answering my crazy whacked out questions.
Absolutely. It was fun to answer them.
Kristen Lace, Executive Director at Belgrove Plantation. Are you a real Christmas tree or an artificial Christmas tree person?
I am a real Christmas tree person.
Finally, I have met my people. Nobody is saying real Christmas trees in all of the guests that I have asked.
Oh, really?
Paige Yulovich, Festivals Coordinator for Belgrove Plantation. How about you? Are you a
You're
real
going to be
Christmas tree
so
person?
disappointed. I am a no Christmas tree person.
What?
I don't decorate for holidays. I live at the end of a gravel road. We always have to go to somebody else's house for Christmas. I just gave up on it years ago. Nobody's going to see it.
I can kind of identify with that. There may come a time where that ends up being me. I got to tell you.
I do a lot of cooking. I will say that. I do a lot of cooking for Thanksgiving. So yes, I will go straight from Kris Kringle to turkeys and dressing, which will take me that whole week.
Kristen, when do you put your tree up and when do you take it down?
Because I'm usually so crazy busy decorating here. If I'm lucky, over Thanksgiving weekend, if I'm not tied up here, I might go get it the weekend after Thanksgiving, but I might keep it in water on the back porch until the first weekend in December. But to be honest, even though I really like a live tree, I have gone smaller and smaller every year. Just because in our living room where it is, there's a wingback chair in your line of sight anyway, so you're not seeing the bottom. So I put it on a tabletop. Then the presents fit under the table, so it's good.
Are you a open your gifts on Christmas Eve person or open your gifts on Christmas Day person?
Christmas morning, yeah.
How about you, Paige?
We're usually going to somebody else's house, so whatever the family has decided that year.
What about shopping? Are you an early shopper and all your Christmas shopping is done by November? Or are you that person that is running around the day before Christmas Eve trying to find your gifts?
My husband and I have made it a tradition that Small Business Saturday is the day we go to Old Town Winchester and we buy gifts. And so everybody gets a locally purchased gift as much as possible. Every once in a while, I'll have to order something from somewhere else. But as much as possible, we buy local.
I think that's fantastic.
And yes, the irony is that I run the largest Christmas market in the region and I don't have time. Like I barely have time to eat and go to the bathroom and I never end up buying anything, which is terrible, isn't it?
It officially kicks off my Christmas shopping season. So at least some of us are doing what we should be doing and using it.
Yeah, my lack of actually my husband comes and incognito buys things. So he's my secret shopper.
So my last question is, Kristen, are you a wrapper or are you a bagger?
So I ship a lot of my gifts. So in that case, I'm a wrapper, but my husband is not really patient with unwrapping. So everything under the tree is in bags. I do wrap some things for under the tree because our dog loves unwrapped presents. And I got a video for every single year. Oh, look how cute she is unwrapping her presents. And we do it again every year, but she is really cute unwrapping her presents.
That's awesome. How about you, Paige?
For the adults, I'll wrap things. But yeah, I've learned for the nibblings that there's no point. It's just going to get destroyed.
That's true. Thank you both for answering my off-the-wall questions. Brandy Hawkins-Boyce, Director of Public Relations and Special Events for Laurel Ridge Community College, and in her spare time, the mayor of Strasburg, no less. Are you a real Christmas tree family or an artificial Christmas tree family?
Artificial. Yep, we have an artificial tree.
Pretty much the majority of people are artificial trees. I got to say, you're not in the minority there.
We can keep them up longer, and the real ones, they dry out and make a mess. However, my artificial tree is pretty old, so it's making a mess. It's shedding. So I need a new artificial tree.
Well, and that brings me to my next question. When do you put it up and when do you take it down?
Usually right after Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving is really late this year. So I might put it up before Thanksgiving. And then I usually keep it up to the second or third week in January.
Again, that's a perk for it not being real. It's really hard to keep those things watered that long.
Yeah.
Are you a early Christmas gift shopper? Are you done all of your Christmas shopping by October, or are you that person that's running around in the day or two leading up to Christmas trying to find all your gifts?
I'm definitely not an October shopper, but I will start in November and have most of it done. As I get older, though, it's harder to shop for people. So sometimes it takes me that long to figure out what in the world I'm going to get them. So some last minute.
Secret tip, I have notes in my phone So when I'm out and about and my mother-in-law says, "Oh, that's really nice," or "Oh, I just discovered this," I put it into my notes app for Christmas so that I can remember it when it comes time to have to buy her something.
Great idea. I'm going to
Yes,
start doing that.
there's my
Then
secret tip.
I
So
just got to remember that I have the note to go look at it. So
now,
I'll work on that.
do you and your family open your gifts on Christmas Eve, or do you open them on Christmas Day?
Both. My mother's side of the family, we have a Christmas Eve dinner where we open gifts from cousins. And then Christmas Day, my daughters and I.
And then my last question for you is, are you a wrapper or are you a bagger when it comes to Christmas gifts?
Depends on my mood. I think one year I just was like, I'm not doing it. I'm going to the dollar store and buying nothing but bags. But then some years I get really creative and want to do the bows and make my own tags. So I'm very random. Very random.
It depends on how early the tree goes up.
Correct. And how long I delay buying the gifts. So I'm just very random. I'm not predictable. You cannot predict me.
Thank you for sharing this with me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I love it. I love it.
Well, that's it for the show today. I hope you've enjoyed getting a peek into some holiday traditions from the people that you hear on a regular basis. I'd love to hear your traditions. Send me a message on Facebook or an email to janet@theriver953.com. Maybe we'll hook up for next year's show. The station is taking a break the next 2 days to celebrate the holidays, so I will be back on Friday with a brand new conversation. In the meantime, don't forget to check out the Shopping Local videos on my Facebook page and support our small business community. I hope everyone has an amazing next few days. I wish you all a happy holiday season. Meet me back here on Friday for another special show just a few minutes after noon.